The future of Pirate101, let's talk about this. So this game has long been since seen as dead or dying, and it's hard to argue when you compare against its brother game or sister game Wizard101. The popularity and release of content and new stuff in this game is definitely less, but this year has kind of shown the return of some effort from KingsIsle and a step in the right direction. So I was just going to talk about what we've already kind of had confirmed and promised, and kind of some ideas I'd like to see. So Pirate101 just kind of confirmed that we're going to get 2 more updates this year, so that's pretty big news. It's the first time since 2014 that we are getting 3 updates in 1 year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but of course, like I said, it's a step in the right direction. They've also said recently that they're working on incorporating side systems from Wizard101 into the game, so I don't know if the 2 things are connected. I would think they kind of are. I don't think these 2 updates are going to be major like storyline additions or anything. So we do have things kind of in motion and happening to come out later this year. So some of the things that I wanted to see are talking about these side systems. This isn't confirmed, but I would assume fishing and gardening would be probably the easiest things to incorporate. It's kind of crazy that we have 2 games, one about pirates and one about wizards, from the same studio, and only one of them has fishing, and it's not the pirate game. So I would think fishing would be something they're working on. It'd be a really cool thing, and I think they should do these side systems that they were talking about to just keep more interest in the game, so people don't just log on, do the new storyline, and leave. You know, it could be new fishing stuff, or just all kinds of rewards and titles and stuff, maybe even mounts. It would be even cool if they could do some kind of skyway fishing that would be different from Wizard. I doubt KingsIsle would want to add like whaling into the game, seeing as it's kind of looked down upon globally and environmentally. But there would be there could be some kind of cool skyway boss fishing or something that would be really cool that you can do with friends. Gardening is another thing. I'm not too excited about gardening, but it would definitely be something to add, and they could add pirate exclusive gardening things. So kind of going in a list of most likely to least likely, I think that they could add guilds in raiding, which would be something really cool, and I feel like no one's talked about for pirate. Just imagining like having a huge guild base and whatnot. They probably wouldn't call it guilds, they'd probably call it something else, but I'll just refer to it as guilds. But just imagining like a huge guild base or like port or something, a private island you can decorate and furnish, and maybe having like your own guild flag that you can choose between, either flying your guild flag or your regular flag, or maybe even having like a small version of your guild flag somewhere on your own flag. I think that'd be really cool, and just imagining all of the possibilities they could do for raids, I think it would push a lot of people to kind of stay on the game and create a sense of community so everyone can play together. That would bring more longevity to the game and have people stick around a little bit more if they had something to do with others and, you know, farm out a little bit. But there's so many things they could do with a raid. They could do like some kind of armada attack on Skull Island. That would be an amazing raid idea. Or maybe some kind of heist in Cool Ranch. Like, could you just imagine doing some kind of, I mean, it would probably be story based, it wouldn't be just for gold, but like a big heist somewhere. Or just having, like, I think it was the raids in Wizard are like 12 or something, or 16, but you could just have like a huge crew of pirates going around doing all kinds of stuff. And I was just thinking all the different systems they could add into that. Like they could do, I heard someone talk about fishing, so you could have like a team of people who are doing the fighting, a team or two of fighting. You could have a whole other team maybe doing some kind of skyway combat or ship combat, or maybe like traveling around and blowing up stationary targets with their ships. You could have a team doing a bunch of cool side stuff like fishing, if they implemented just different ways and made raids different and unique from each other so they don't feel the same. But imagine like a team of people fishing for like some kind of fish key or something you need for a door. I don't know, just a bunch of different teams doing different stuff. Make the raid really replayable for people to do different parts. I think it'd be really cool, and there's a lot of potential there that they could use. When I originally thought about making this video, it was a while ago, I thought about what they could do for a raid, and I talked about maybe like having Raja as part of the raid, because I didn't know how committed they would be to like making a new world, a new story. But that kind of ties into my next part, going in, I think I said earlier, order of least likely to more likely. Or no, going from more likely to least likely. They could add a side world or a one world little short arc. They've been definitely testing the waters this year with the popularity and seeing how many people they can bring back to this game. But I don't think they're going to be as committed to make a whole new arc yet. So it'd be cool to see Pirate's first like little side world or one world story that can start something and wrap itself up. So if in the worst case they don't want to continue, the story has an end. Recently, that's been kind of hinted in Raja. We don't know for sure. Raja could be a whole new arc starting, but it seems to be its own separate story, at least for now. But if we were to get something, I'm assuming it would be Raja, because that's what's been hinted at in the story. But I know people have talked about Crocotopia, Polaris, and Darkmoor for years now. And then the least likely thing that they are to do right now, or to be working on, would be a new arc. Everyone would want that, like Pirate101's second arc. Obviously that'd be very cool, but we don't know, what they're thinking, if they want to invest in the game enough to do something like that and increase the story and have that much work and money put into the game. Obviously I think we'd all enjoy that. It could be something about, the Queen, or the continuing of the Armada, or just a new enemy in general. Maybe our pirate moves to more spiral threats, kind of like the wizards deal with. Yeah, it'd just be cool to see the second arc in this game and have the journeys of our pirate continue. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this little discussion video, but maybe I'll do some news or some updates once we find out what those 2 new updates coming out this year are. And yeah, hopefully this game continues to get some updates. I'm working on a playthrough right now of a privateer. This is my swashbuckler here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the best is yet to come for Pirate.